And I think part of the journey is this, that I've observed. It's not that your season changed from being a workaholic and being highly successful. It didn't change because I was getting better.
That's
True. It did not
Absolutely
change.
Right.
It did not change because you had more control or influence or impact in my life, because you didn't. Here's where it changed. It changed on the inner person of who you were.
Amen.
So you saw the inner regeneration happening in me despite the chronic suffering. And you as the spouse said, I have to do a few different things. I have to change my leadership style. Mm-hmm. I have to change the way I run a business.
Yes.
I have to change my relationship with God. I'm only counting on God for the 911 prayer. Mm-hmm. I'm not having that walking relationship as personally as I want to with Him. So you made changes on the inside first.
100%. And you're exactly right. Nothing about our circumstance with your pain changed.
That's right.
In fact, it got worse.
Right. But because we both were working on the inner portions of who we were, mm-hmm. and I think one of the strongest things we have in our relationship, which I encourage people in their marriages or friendships or partnerships, have that gap.
Yes.
Don't let that gap keep you lonely. Have a gap of communication. And that communication shows that you're almost having therapy. You're working out your lives together, even though there's an inner person change individualistically. We have seen that in our own life. What came about was this. We started to both get a preview of our eternal selves.
Yes.
Okay? Because of the inner generation. We no longer were defined by the twisted and broken parts of who we were. So we did this. 3 words came out. Look beyond ourselves. So once we realized we were making changes internally, God says this, I'm glad that you're showing me that you love me with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Right here.
Yes.
Now, go out and love your neighbor as thyself.
And you're my closest neighbor.
And yes.
You know what? You're my closest neighbor.
And our love grew.
It grew despite the impossible odds.
And it seemed impossible.
And with a blended family and chronic pain, the divorce rate is probably over 90%.
Well, I think we did statistics at 75 to 80%, but it is so high. It's ridiculous.
And so, the truth is, you couldn't do the hard work inside of me. And I couldn't do the hard work inside of you. But what you chose to do, Gordon, was you took your wall. We've talked about walls in a previous podcast. You were able, with your pain, to scale the wall. Not that your pain left, but you scaled over this impossible wall to let me in.
Yes.
You've allowed me to be in your pain.
Right. And we broke down the bricks.
And I've allowed you to be in mine.
Yes.
And it's not that, and we've both come to the realization that we can't fix the other one. We can love each other right where we're at.